listen here. If the Magic can get a guy like Jamal Murray at 11, that's who we get. Or a big man or whatever the case is. But you're not going to get the same caliber in the 20s or high teens that you are in the lottery. So, hey, man, keep losing, guys, because I really want to get some more talent on this roster.
It makes a lot more sense. I mean, I agree with that. For me, it's in Orlando's case, me and Zach go to a lot of these games. To Zach's point, the Magic fans really want the playoffs, but Paul makes a great point. Who wants to be a first-round snack for LeBron? For LeBron?
Yeah.
Like, who wants to be the warm-up game for LeBron in the playoffs? Now,
the Bulls, too. The Bulls, listen, the Bulls, while I don't think they'll touch Cleveland, there's no other teams in the East that are really going to touch them. So, I mean, you're going to be a snack for one of those two teams if you're 7 or 8.
That's a good point. But, Zach, like I said, thanks for coming on. Like I said, we'll talk to you again next Tuesday.
Yeah, I didn't expect to have Paul just kind of start yelling at me like that.
Hey, man, I had to get you back for that intelligence joke you made earlier.
Happy New Year.
Love you too, man.
Zach, thanks for coming on. But guys, as we get closer to break, like I said, we about a minute or so if we head out to break. To Zach's point, it's a huge week for the Magic. They've been struggling with their team the way things are going right now, and Paul is one of those people that think that if you're not contending, you should be losing.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
There is no gray area. And when we come back from break, we're going to talk about teams that should be on the sellers list. And at the same time, we're going to bring up a controversial topic right now. Also, when we go to break as well, too. When we come back, ESPN has started, of course, once again with their polls and their rankings. And, Chris, I want you to chime in with this as well, too. ESPN started today with a list of the top 100 players of all time. And for the next 5 days, they're going to go position by position. So they released the point guards today. Now, we're going to think about this as we go to break, and we're going to ask the panel, including Chris, who is your top 5 point guards? And then I'm going to give you ESPN's top 5.
I guarantee one of the guys in their top 5 won't be on any of our lists.
And here's the question behind it. Now, it's not just one person at ESPN who did this poll. It was a collective group.
It was a 30, right?
It was a collective panel of ESPN. They didn't say the number.
Oh, okay.
Of panelists. Now, I want people who are listening to the show right now, whether you're in Orlando or nationwide, to call in on this topic because this is kind of a hot topic button for me. It kind of presses my gears in this one. 407-916-8255 or toll-free 800-729-8255. We're going to talk about this when we get back from break, I know. This is NBA Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELC on the new 96.9 The Game, Orlando Sports Leader. We're back after the break.
If you're still on I-4 eastbound, still slow between Fairbanks Avenue and State Road 436, as well as between Chongyam Parkway and Ivanhoe Boulevard. Westbound travel, we're seeing a slow ride between World Drive and 429, as well as between Conroy Road and Florida's Turnpike. Looks like we have an accident on Chickasaw Trail. Watch for that at Lake Underhill Road. Still in good shape on the 408 and 417. If you see traffic problems, call the Safe Touch Security Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
Hey fans, this is Eric Kohler, stadium voice of UCF football. We invite you to tune in to EK Sports every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we feature the preferred picks of the week, insured by our good friends at Preferred Benefits Consultants, where it's always fun to pick those games of the week, but never a time to gamble with your health care. Find a Preferred Benefits Consultant at OrlandoHealthExchange.com. That's the letter X, OrlandoHealthExchange.com, and start saving today.
Hey, good news. You now have a chance to win $1,000 13 times a day.
Come on, big money, big money, big money.
All you have to do is listen for the keyword to text. Weekdays starting at 8:10 a.m. with Mike Bianchi, and then at 10 after every hour through 8:10 p.m. Kicking off the new year and saying thanks for listening right here on Orlando's Sports Leader, FM 96.9, The Game. Brought to you by AeroSim Flight Academy. Start training for your airline career today. Get more info at afa.edu.
Are you looking for your dream home?
Or are you looking to move out of your current home and find the home to start the next chapter of your life? Look no further. Jim Fouquet with Century 21 Rue Realty is your go-to guy to help you with all your needs. Specializing in West Orange County, Lake County, and Ocoee, his goal is to take care of you from the beginning to the end and is not satisfied until the job is complete. Stop by 401 West Colonial Drive, Suite 7, or give him a call, 321-945-6832. Jim Fouquet with Century 21 Rue Realty.
Join America's best-known hypnotist, Mark Patrick, and lose all the weight, 100% money-back guaranteed.
My goal is to lose 30, so I lost, actually more than I ever thought I would.
I can exercise. I am happy with myself. I'm happy with others. But it just changed my life totally around. It was just my last ray of hope.
As of today, have already lost 48 pounds.
I've lost about 32 pounds.
And only $49.99 guaranteed. Allow hypnosis to destroy unwanted cravings, late-day eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. Also, stop smoking with Mark Patrick. No matter how many times you've tried to quit, hypnosis is designed to destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Join the over 500,000 others who have attended and stopped smoking the easy way. That's right. Seminar Thursday, January 14th at the Kissimmee Red Line Hotel, formerly the Main Gate Resort and Spa. Weight loss seminar 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 8 to 10 p.m. And Saturday, January 16th at the Altamont Springs Quality Inn Hotel. Weight loss seminar 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Stop smoking seminar 1 to 3 p.m. More info at markpatrickseminars.com.
Parents, do your kids like to run around the house? Do your kids have a nonstop stream of energy? Well, Preschool Sports has a program to help you and your children be able to take that talent and energy and give them an outlet to grow those skills with their brand new track and field program. From ages 2 to 11, Preschool Sports will be able to teach them as individuals and as a team. To sign up or for more information, call 407-463-2061 or check them out at preschoolsportswithaz.com. Better hurry, season starts January 10th, 2016.
One of the great things about little boys and little girls is when they grow up, they want to be just like you. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. So to moms and dads, aunts and uncles, and grandparents everywhere, remember this. The next time you get in the car and don't buckle your seatbelt, a little boy is watching. And when you decide to text or dial and talk while driving, a little girl is watching your every move. And when you head down the road with a beer or cocktail in the car, that little person next to you is taking it all in. In this life, you have an awesome responsibility to those children who love you the most and want to be you in every way. So make a pledge today to be a good role model to these kids and their friends so that that little boy and that little girl get to grow up and be just like you. Morgan & Morgan, for our children.
Offices, Orlando.
Are you looking to expand your reach and following in all platforms of media? Do you need a jump start in expanding your brand to all markets across the world? SOFO is here for you. SOFO means something for everyone, and they are here to help you expand your business through all platforms of media. Their experienced team is here for you to expand your brand and put you and your business in places that you would have never been before. Check them out at www.sofoellc.com or call 407-607-9862. Follow SOFOELLC on Instagram and Twitter.
Well, what have we here?
FM 96.9, The Game, Orlando's sports leader.
We are back for Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELLC on the new 96.9 The Game, Orlando sports leader. 407-916-8255 or toll free 800-729-8255 is the number to check in with myself, Marc Johnson, and Paul Myers of NBAFCPradio.com. As we're going to break, we were talking about ESPN's new list that just came out starting today. They're starting a series on the top 100 players in the NBA's history. Now, guys, we this is a debate that's been going on probably since the age of time at every water cooler, barbershop, conversations between you and your buddies, or any place in general for folks who watch basketball. So their list today lists the top 10 point guards in the history of the NBA. So I'm going to start with the group, and also I want Chris to also chime in as well too, as well as any callers that want to call in. Who is your? I'm not going to say the top 10, but who is your top 5? It doesn't have to be in particular order. And then I'm going to give you ESPN's list. And then we're going to sit here and figure out what the difference between our list and ESPN's list is. So, Paul, your top 5 point guards, who do you got?
Top 5 of all time. In no particular order, it's Oscar and Magic are surefire. Isaiah Thomas and John Stockton are also easy top 5 in my opinion. I think 5 is where it gets a little, you can kind of debate a little bit. My fifth one would, man, just because he's the one on my brain right now, I'll go Chris Paul.
Mark, who you got top 5 point? Just do your top 5 point guards, no particular order.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Paul. No particular order, but Magic, Big O, those are the pillars, of the top point guards ever in the NBA. I don't know if anybody's going to get close to those guys. Isaiah, he's also very, very good. Very good player. Has some greatness in him as well. John Stockton, he's there. Number 5, you can go a number of different ways. You can go Gary Payton, who I thought was really good. Of course, I'm a little biased because I'm a Sonics fan, or was a Sonics fan when they were around. Clyde Frazier from, the old New York Knicks teams, Pearl Monroe. Man, a number of different directions you can go with that fifth one. Not even sure, but you're going to get a great player no matter what direction you're going with the top 5 point guards. And
that's funny that you bring up Earl the Pearl Monroe, Mark, because I said the same thing. You'll be surprised to know he's not even on their top 10.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Chris, who you got?
Crazy.
I feel like my judgment's a little skewed because I haven't followed basketball as closely as you guys, and I'm more of the, I guess you can say, the new school.
That's fine.
So mine's going to be more recent. I forgot about Gary Payton. I like Gary Payton, Jason Kidd, CP3. And you got to go Magic Johnson up there.
Of course.
And John Stockton.
Okay.
And that's a fair list.
That's fair. I mean, because he's new school.
Fair.
Yeah, he gave his.
And those guys, pretty much all the ones he mentioned would probably be in my top 10.
For me, top 5, Magic, Oscar, John Stockton. I'm a big fan of Isaiah.
Me too.
As much as I'm not a big Pistons fan, I got to respect the guy's game. And for me, I'm going to say Steve Nash a little bit over Chris Paul because I
2 MVPs. That's understandable.
I think the MVPs, like I said, like Paul said, is up there. Jason Kidd's right there too. Only thing Kidd didn't have was the MVP award, but he does have the championship and all these accolades. But ESPN's list, the accolades, Paul, 10-time All-Star, 6-time.
No, accolades, championship.
He's got the one championship, and that's he has all the accolades. Like I said, the 10-time All-Star, Kidd's got a championship in 2011.
That's right.
It was Dallas.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Now, ESPN's list is a little bit different than ours. And even Chris, with being a new school guy, doesn't even have this list together. Now, ESPN's list, top 5, Magic Johnson's number 1, Oscar Robertson number 2. I think there's no arguments about that one.
Right.
Number 3 is John Stockton. Understandable.
Okay.
Number 5 is Isaiah Thomas. Now, why
you skip 4?
Yes, to Paul's knowledge, I did skip number 4 because number 4 on this list is Stephen Curry.
Give me a break.
Of the Golden State Warriors.
Wow.
I didn't say a combination of Del Curry's career and Stephen Curry's career. We're talking Stephen Curry right now with all he's done is the 4th greatest point guard in the history of the NBA. And they're actually making a debate to see if Stephen Curry can pass Magic as the greatest point guard of all time. Now, I'm just going to read off a few numbers about Stephen Curry. He did win the championship last year. He also is the MVP, a 2-time All-Star, a 2-time All-NBA. Career averages 21.6, 4.2 rebounds, 6.9 assists, and a 44% three-point shooter. He's only been in the league, this is now his 6th year in the NBA. Is he right now better than Russell Westbrook?
No.
Chris?
He's a better shooter, but that's it.
Now, better shooter. Now, if we're talking greatest shooters of all time,
he's already got my vote.
Yeah, I mean, the only player that comes close is probably Ray Allen or maybe even Reggie Miller. I think out of those, it's kind of hard to choose, but Curry's on pace to do it. But you're telling me at this point in time, Stephen Curry is better than Isaiah Thomas, Steve Nash, Walt Frazier, Bob Cousy, Earl of Pearl Monroe.
Right.
You know, Jason Kidd.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Chris Paul.
The names that you're listing, it just gets outrageous.
Like, I mean, like I said, I respect Stephen Curry's game. You know, like I said, he's outstanding.
Absolutely.
But it's been the last year and a half that he's had this transformation into this, this great player. But okay, maybe in the future, maybe